What's up, Darkness Live Tribe? Sorry about the lateness tonight. I guess you guys are probably getting used to that by now, but I'm not quite getting used to it. We had technical issues, as usual.
AKA, it's a Norwood thing.
No, tonight it really was technical issues.
I know.
I would have been ready on time tonight, except for the
That's what I'm
stupid
talking
laptop
about.
wouldn't recognize the camera.
It's a Norwood thing.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. Is Lena on? Because I swear to God, every time Lena gets on, we got. Hey, Cindy. Aaron's on. Hi, Aaron. Christy is back.
I know, right?
I'm so happy she's back. Hey, Ben.
Oh my goodness. So what's up, everyone?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, she said there's them
Hey,
awesome
we're
faces.
live on YouTube. Holy shit.
Did hell freeze over? No, there's just a shooter.
Maybe so.
Yeah, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening?
What do you mean what's happening?
Oh,
I needed to mute that.
Okay.
So.
I said, did hell freeze over? No, this must be an active shooter in Boulder. Wait, that was a bad joke.
Yeah, too soon.
Too soon. But I will say, yes, Cindy, it is really coming down. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain hitting our roof, but it's very loud.
I'm just trying to get all this up here where I can kind of monitor the chats a little better. Sorry, guys. There we go. Get this. Oh, there's the pause. There we go. All right. Now I can monitor the individual chats a little better and all that stuff.
Episode 60?
Episode 60.
Holy crap.
Right?
That's... Yes, Christy, the strong storms. Yeah, I love the...
Well, we hadn't had any, like, thunder or anything out of this one, but...
No, but it's still nice.
It is nice to get a little... Until the basement gets wet, but... well, it is what it is. So what's up?
Oh, Cindy said they're supposed to get some snow tonight. Yuck! You can keep it. I don't want any snow here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind snow. I don't have to vacuum snow up out of the basement.
Well, that's true. That's true. So
what's everyone watching? Chime in the chat, whichever chat you're in. Twitch, YouTube. We are actually live on YouTube.
I can't believe it.
I will see if I can. Let's see here. I'm gonna put that up in the chat here in case anyone wants to pop over to YouTube.
Carl said, "Cats and dogs living together. You know, real Wrath of God shit." Okay, Dan Aykroyd. I love Ghostbusters, the original. Of course, the original. 1 and 2. What about you? Did you like 1 or 2 better, or did you like them the same?
What?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, I'm kind of a fan of just the original.
The original.
Yeah, most of the time I think most of the time I think sequels take away from the story.
Okay. Well, I thought they did a good job with the sequels. The sequel.
I mean, yeah.
Remember in 2017 on Valentine's Day it was supposed to be the end of the world?
Right? Yeah.
February 14th, 2017. Was it 2017? Was that the date?
I don't remember. I'm missing something here.
I just remember there was memes floating around about the end of it's
I got to
be
careful with this. I've had these in the freezer to cool off. I hope they don't explode when I open it.
I'm gonna turn my head. I'm gonna turn my head.
Oh man. So, what's new, everyone? Crickets. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Yep. Ben liked number 1 the most. The second was good too, but I hope the new one is good also. Are they remaking it again?
Hell, I don't know.
I don't know, but
I am so current events deficient. It's pathetic. Dead air.
Well, then talk.
Well, you can talk too.
I'm so like future focused right now about tomorrow that I'm struggling being here right now. So
Well,
I know that like
stop
doesn't
it.
happen to me very often. But,
Stop it.
Oh, so we can talk about what happened the other night with our 3-year-old. It was pretty wild shit, people, that happened.
Yep.
There's certain nights that if Sophie's like just kind of not wanting to
Message from the dark side there is.
Sorry about that, guys.
tell Yoda to stop piping in. Claire says, I've been wanting to drink since 9 a.m. Work sucks. I'm sorry, Claire. That must suck to hate your job. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine hating my job. Like, I couldn't do it, Claire. Like, if I hated my job, I would have to do something else. I couldn't do it. But then you get in like the whole, is it worth it if you make good money doing it and if you're miserable? I don't think it would be worth it. I don't know, Jeremiah, is it worth it?
It would depend on the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a few jobs that I would absolutely hate that I could do if the money was right.
What about being on the road? Being on the road.
I don't know. That'd take a hell of a lot of money. Well, I mean, it would depend. It would depend on, like if I had to be away from you guys.
Like our one friends couple?
Huh?
Like our one friends couple
Yeah.
that did that in, it was 6 months, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to be away from you guys, it'd have to be a hell of a lot of money. And I still don't know that would be worth it. So.
Claire said she loved it until now she's doing 4 people's jobs.
That's what happens when you get too good at your job, Claire.
Can't Carl relate to that?
I think we can all relate to that to an extent.
So back to what happened. So some nights when Jeremiah's at work, I'll let Sophie sleep in bed with me because if she's just like
Because
overtired
she likes
or
to spoil her.
well, that too. I'll admit it, but
Doesn't know how to say no.
oh, I do. I
I'm
do
just
know how
giving
to
you
say.
shit.
I do know how to say no. I'm
I'm just giving you shit.
I know, but I'm just saying I'm actually getting pretty good at telling her no about things. But anyways, so this particular night, Jeremiah was at work, and she was in my bed, about to pass out, rolled over, looked at me, and she proceeds to start telling me about a black monkey that's in the bathroom with a white face, white eyes, white mouth, white face, that was scary, and his name was Frank. And she said he told her his name was Frank. And my jaw drops, people, because she described exactly this thing that's been stuck with me since I was like young. And that's exactly, I mean, I could see. And then I asked Sophie, if its arms were long or short. And she said they were long.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's talking about all this, I literally called Jeremiah and I put him on speaker so he could literally hear her telling me all this.
Yeah.
Just because it almost seems too hard to believe or like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no, didn't make it up. If she's ever heard us use the word Frank, she's never heard us like describe him or anything like that.
No, and besides that, she's 3 years old. She wouldn't know what we were talking about. She doesn't have that concept.
That's true.
It
was pretty freaky. But so yeah, so she starts describing this, and I'm going, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to sleep. But then she also starts talking about how there was also a tall, dark man. When a 3-year-old is describing a tall, dark man, I'm thinking like a shadow something or other or whatever. Well, then it comes to our attention that she's probably talking about Horace, which Horace is Jeremiah's
Another
thing that's been with
thing
him for a long time.
Somewhat like Frank.
Yeah. And it was very unnerving.
That's the first time I've ever heard him described as a tall, dark man, though. Most people see him as a large, like mountain lion or jaguar sized cat.
But
Black.
if he was trying to like be a dominant figure if him and Frank were in the same room, then he could have like stood up. Like,
I mean, yeah,
does that make
yeah.
sense? And so in her mind, she probably just sees this tall black thing with legs and
Mm-hmm.
arms, and isn't like relating it to a kitty cat. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just know that my 3-year-old called out by name and described exactly what I've seen for years. Like, how
Yeah.
do you explain that?
Well, I mean, you and I both know what the explanation is for that. It's just,
It's
it's a being that's around that involves itself in our lives, and not in a bad way.
Can you explain?
He's here for both of them. Frank and Horace are here for ours and the kids' benefits.
Can you explain to the viewers why I don't want to cut that cord or get rid of that? Or
Well, it's because
because to
it's
somebody who doesn't know, that would probably be the first.
it's not a so. Oh, this could take a little bit.
We got time.
It's a in the type of spiritual path that Stephanie and I walk. There are inhuman spirits that now most people when they hear the word inhuman spirits, they think of one of two things, and most of the time it's going to be one of those things, but they either think of angels or demons. Most of the time it's going to be demons, and they're not entirely wrong about that, but the word demon has a
Negative.
a very negative connotation to it, that doesn't really apply to the spirits that we're talking about, both with Horace and with Frank. Oh, looky there. Hey, Tay.
Hey, Tay's on.
She gave you a compliment.
Tay? Oh, I love you. I love you and Lincoln. Thank you. Tay was there when it all started. Well, shit, they all were there when it all started. So if anybody's curious why Tay said that, go back to last July and look at our videos. You'll see what we're talking about. So yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
But these spirits are they're not only are they generational, but they have actually Frank has followed we believe Stephanie through multiple past lives.
Our sister's watching. Hi, Becky.
I know Horace has followed me for multiple lives. And when I say Horus, I'm not talking about the Egyptian god.
I'm glad you differentiated that, because that actually never...
Horus is just a name that
actually
he has
never crossed my mind.
he has kind of taken on over many long time. And he always appears to me, and he often appears to most people actually, as a large black cat. Whereas Frank, on the other hand,
not so much,
is a little bit more
unnerving.
Well, I don't know. That would depend on where your fears lie. But Frank,
I would say
Frank
90%.
is. I think Frank is a little more purposely unnerving. To be honest, I think he's kind of a trickster.
Well,
because he likes to pull this creepy thing straight out of the nightmares of young children vibe going on. He's very.
Have you ever seen him?
Nothing that I can confirm with him, but I don't see a lot of stuff.
So it is a family thing then, or like a bloodline thing then, because
I mean, yeah,
me and both of my girls have seen it.
So
unprovoked, didn't know,
yeah,
had no.
But they're
prior knowledge.
The point is that they are, they're kind of like, they're kind of like spirit guides that have been with us for multiple lifetimes, basically.
Like the monkey from Night at the Museum. I don't think
I
I've ever
can't think of exactly what you're talking about, Carl,
I
but
don't think I've ever seen that movie.
if you really
Send you a picture.
want to get the way I've heard him described, if you really want to get down to the best description of him, think Slender Man crouched down on his haunches.
Tell you, it could be.
No,
It's not a spirit tribe?
huh?
Not a spirit tribe? Or
Slend-
past parents or siblings? That's fucking interesting because Sophie, for a while now, has referred to her best friend as her brother. Well, she only has one brother, and she's not talking about him when she's talking about her best friend, her brother. Maybe she's talking about Frank.
Oh, you were talking. Oh, I need to make a clarification a while ago when I misunderstood something that Stephanie said a while ago. When I think when she said, "Oh, it could be," I think she was referring to a comment in the chat that said perhaps Spirit Tribe by Tay. And when I misunderstood what she was talking about, I thought she was referring to my Slender Man comment.
Oh, no.
And so, but no, that's generally what you hear him described as. It's something that in my picture in my head that I get when I hear him described, and with the picture that we've actually had drawn of him by someone that had no clue about any of this. It reminds me of like Slender Man with a white mask on,
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck.
but he's crouched down on his haunches usually.
But it's up in a
And
corner.
Usually up in a top ceiling
It's
corner.
never. And what's really crazy is like, so when I've drawn him or described him or whatever, when my older daughter told us the night after she saw him, I was like, "Will you draw a picture?" And the picture that she drew was like spot on to what I've always described it like. But I've never described it to my kids just because it's very scary. Yeah, so
Ben asked a question there.
are they typically just hanging around and you notice them at random when you least expect it? So I actually have never outright seen the black kitty cat that Jeremiah is referring to. I've personally never seen it. I've always gotten a feeling when it's clearly like he's around because there's a very specific, distinct energy that Jeremiah gives off. And you kind of always confirm like, oh yeah, he was around or whatever, right? And let's see. So Ben, to answer your question, are they typically just hanging around and you notice them at random? Yeah, pretty much. I've not figured out a way to like, I'll use the word summon, like summon him or whatever, like a dog, like, here, Frank, come here. No, it doesn't work that way. And it's,
I think it probably would if you would develop that.
probably.
Yeah.
Ben said, does Frank have almond-shaped eyes? I don't know. Like, kind of, I guess, a little bit. A little bit, maybe. They're not... So I'm going to say yes, Ben. They are more almond-shaped than other shapes of eyes. But yeah, it's just really creepy and I don't know. But the explanation that I've had about him from more than one person has been like, he's not a bad thing. Yes, he's scary to see, but it's not like he doesn't intentionally, purposefully.
The type of the bonds that we have with both of these spirits was formed several lifetimes ago.
I can't speak for mine though. I don't know that for a fact.
Well, I mean that's okay. So I will say that as speculation on your part.
Yeah.
But I believe that to be pretty well fact on my part. Both just because of my own beliefs as well as with things that have come out in readings, intuitive readings that I've gotten from several people that
Oh yeah, yours for
that
sure
were
has
completely
been.
unconnected, but told me almost identical things. So,
Oh yeah.
but you know, they are inhuman spirits, and
Never walked to the earth.
they have um I don't know. It's just the bond that they've developed with us and our bloodlines and our.
And the weird thing is, like, my son's never seen him. Like, we did a session. What was it called? An EVP session. Well, okay, so I was able to bring him about, right? And I asked him about, you know, does he look after all of my children? No, he does not. He does my two girls, but my son he doesn't. And I find that interesting because why wouldn't he look after my son?
I was just reading through the comments. Claire says, "Okay, because I have seen a Frank. You're gonna have to tell us about that at some point, Claire." Tay says, "I feel like most of the time spirits that hang around people, they are not mean or anything. Sometimes very mischievous, but not usually out to get anyone. My own spirit guide likes to pick on other people so they know she is there and guarding me, but she doesn't want to hurt them." Yes, I'll agree with that. You know, it's you know, there have been times when I believe both Frank and Horace have made themselves known, not in a direct way to other people, but they you know, they're very protective of us, and they also are, you know, like well, and I'll just say, you know, I can't speak a lot from the aspect of Frank, but with Horace, I know I find it very endearing because he pops in and checks on the girls when they're at
One of the girls.
yeah, okay, but he pops in and checks on the girls when they're at another location, and one of them has seen him
That's what I'm
in
talking
on
about.
multiple occasions. He checks on both of them.
You
It's
think
just
so?
the one that it's just the yeah. It's just the one that has seen him though.
Yeah, it freaked
So.
her out.
So, and she's been telling me about that since before I ever talked to her about him, about Horace. So, but yeah, that's cool. Let's see here. Ben says, "I have no information on mine. He is damn tall and is always hanging out in the shadows.
Isn't it a creepy
I've never
feeling?
seen his face, but he does give off a distinct energy." Yeah, yeah. That
That could be a relative, maybe. Or an ancestor.
it could be a relative. It could be one of the spirits like Stephanie and I were talking about. I don't know, but that's very, you know.
You know who
I
might
think,
know?
yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
You know who might know? Lena. Lena might know.
I have Ben and I have talked about that before. About that. What he sees. So. That's really cool.
Ben, Claire, do any of your kids see stuff? Hey, David. We were just talking about Lena, or her ears burning.
It was many years ago. I've never seen it again, but Landon was just a baby. I was by myself and felt the room feel uncomfortable.
Oh, God.
I looked in a top right corner of a door jamb and saw this figure looking at me. I think you've told me about this before, Claire. and it goes up into the ceiling while we both never take our eyes off each other. I ran and put my hand in the corner, and it was freezing cold. I never can get it out of my head, and will always remember the room had an uncomfortable electric feeling. That's very interesting. Very
You know,
interesting.
things that don't really really make you question your five senses, like I imagine that it would be really hard to get used to. You know, like, I don't care how many times I see things out of the corner of my eye or whatever, like, I still don't get used to it. You know, like, I don't know at what point you can say you honestly, like, it doesn't surprise you to see stuff. It doesn't faze you. Like, I think that just, yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
But yeah, I mean, it always catches you off guard. You know,
Every damn time it does.
I have I've kind of become used to it. You know, so it doesn't really freak me out anymore. But you know, it's still like, wait, what was that? You know, like the other night, Saturday night, I was at a location, and I was doing some work on one of my phones, and where I was sitting, there was I was kind of back up in a corner, and there was a window behind me and a wall immediately to my left, and the light coming in through the blinds was shining on that wall. And, you know, I was focused on my phone there, but everything was in plain view. And plain as day, I saw in my peripheral vision, I saw a human-shaped shadow walk, you know, like someone walked in front of that window and blocked out the light. Well, you know, this took me off guard a little bit because where I was, the location is kind of back up off it's not on a main road anyway, and it was kind of back up. You're familiar with where I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the front lobby.
Oh, yeah, I was way off. Okay.
And so yeah, I mean, number one, to have someone walking up, you know, because my truck was the only vehicle in that parking lot, so I'm a little nervous about that because we had a car get broken into here a couple months ago. And, you know, so I jump up and I look out, and there's no one outside.
Did you make
You
a
know,
dearly
but where we were, someone would have had a hard time. I'm not going to say they couldn't have, but they would have had a hard time getting out of sight that fast.
Maybe one of our recently dearly departed.
No, it could be. Could be
angry or something.
So, but it was very interesting. But you know, it does always. Oh, that's another thing. We kind of went over that. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that a little bit more because we kind of went over it a little bit on the short little live stream we did last week on the road. But you know what Sophie kept saying she saw down in Texas.
Oh yeah.
So several times when we were last weekend down in Texas, Sophie made the comment that she would see Grandpa. And we were at my mom's place, and for those of you that don't know, my dad died right at a year ago, and so that was really interesting to hear Sophie talking about it. Sophie at 3 years old, mind you, talking about seeing Grandpa that she hadn't seen it since she was 2 years old.
And not to mention, like, I made sure she wasn't talking about Grandma Nancy.
Right.
You know, like, no, baby, Grandma Nancy's in that room. No, not Grandma, Grandpa.
Right. So it's like she knew exactly who she was talking about.
She even said, Grandpa's so silly.
Which I mean, the grandkids are the only ones that ever could get a comment like that out of that man. So,
Aaron, you saw your mom last night and she was not happy, or you're not happy?
but that was just really interesting. A lot of weird stuff happening lately.
Is
Really,
it almost a full moon? Because I've had a lot of, well, work-related people that are just kind of just over the top and very emotional and like way more than
really,
what I mean?
yeah, really sad. But I'm gonna have to look it up. I honestly don't know. Current moon phase.
Oh, Erin said she's talking about her mom that she's not happy. Oh, wow, Claire.
Touch base with us on that,
You talking about
Aaron. Sometime off air. Yeah. Let's see here. So it's a waxing gibbous. So it's a quarter moon headed towards a new moon. When my grandmother died, Landon was only 2 and acted like someone was tickling him in the back seat. Weird shit happening. You're telling me I can't keep up. I know, right? It's all over the place.
But you know what was really creepy was when I got done talking to people after that happened with Sophie at night, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of late, and I rolled over facing away from Sophie in my room, and I lay there and I closed my eyes. When I closed my eyes, I still could see our bedroom laid out right.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a dark figure standing by the foot of the bed. And after what Sophie had just said, I shot my eyes open. I'm like, I'm not even in the mood for this shit right now. I'm gonna watch some more barbecue show.
Excuse me.
But
So what else has been going on, guys? We're just kind of shooting from the hip tonight in case you guys hadn't realized it. We're in the process of putting some shows together, but in the meantime, we're just winging it.
yes,
So,
yes.
because we basically never had the chance to actually work on show content and the desire at the same time.
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Okay,
That'll work for now.
that'll work. I'll take it. Anyways, that's all I got for tonight.
Kids are going nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kids are definitely going nuts, Claire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
yeah.
about at my limit.
I'm not even gonna say any more about that. Yeah. Excuse
I'm
me.
about at my.
Excuse me.
Carl said, "You had to eat lunch with Captain and Chaos Control. It can't get more weirder than that." But we're good with that. We're good with that type of weird.
Yeah, you know.
We love that weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kiddos are just about. I'm just about at my last nerve
Yeah,
with kids,
yeah.
man. Not the littlest one. She's not the one that's on my last nerve. It's the teenagers.
Yes. And it's probably gonna stay that way. Just FYI.
It'll probably get way worse.
You know, so but yeah, I mean that's a whole other different type of paranormal activity. You know, that deserves its whole own show. Maybe even whole own genre. I don't know. Teenagers are a whole different story. But yeah, so Okay, blank. I had a thought, and it's just gone. I'm getting old. What about them earthquakes? You know, I don't know. We were out of town when you guys had the epidemic of earthquakes last weekend.
And I've still yet to ever feel an earthquake. No, I've felt one. I've only ever felt one. And I was in my car when I felt it.
We are not going to the Hotel Josephine, Christy.
Christy,
I have
right?
I have been there before. It's really cool. And I think Ben and Claire were there. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. But we just had too many conflicts, not able to get free.
When is that one? What she's talking about?
It is. I'm gonna have to look it up again. I looked it up. I believe it's on one of my work weekends, and I've already taken off too many work weekends.
April's pretty booked solid for April's pretty booked solid for us. You know that?
Yeah. That's the wrong.
The first weekend we have a commitment. The second weekend I found out we have a commitment. Not the second, the third. And then the second and fourth weekend you work.
April 17th.
Oh yeah, we have a commitment that weekend.
Yep.
You know what commitment I'm talking about?
No.
The
Oh, the tattoo party? Is that
Yes.
the weekend it landed on?
Yep, I believe so.
Very cool. Okay.
I believe 17th, 18th or something like that.
Yes. So actually, there wasn't any. I guess there wasn't any conflict. I just didn't want to be gone that weekend, maybe. So I just never even brought it up. I don't remember.
Oh. Well, no worries. We got plans.
Because the Hotel Josephine investigation came up before.
And that means we'd be spending the night in a haunted place? That means we'd be staying the night in a haunted... Yeah, no. No, thank you. That's all you, honey. You want to go, you go for it. After that last one we did, nope. I don't want to do it. I'm a big wimp. You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Just because I like paranormal don't mean I like spending the night at somewhere that's haunted.
Whooshy, whooshy, whooshy.
I am proud of it too. I'll own that. I will own that. I do. Not interested. I see and deal with enough of that stuff on my own. I don't need to go. Yeah. But
Oh,
it would have
come
been
on
fun.
now.
But it would have been fun to go. Christy's gonna go.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Lena maybe is going to.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the Hotel Josephine's in Holton. And that's quite a little jog for us. I think it's close to 3 hours. It's north of Topeka.
I was gonna say, is it on the eastern side of Kansas or what?
It's north of Topeka.
Okay.
So we've actually okay. So you remember that fair we went to when we had that Topeka fair that we went to when we had to get a hotel room out of town because everything else was booked. That was Holton that we stayed in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep. April 17th. Saturday, April 17th. Going. Oh, we're going.
But yes, I think, I think if I remember correctly, I just didn't want to be out of town that weekend and busy. We do have a tattoo party, but that's not going to be a huge commitment.
What are you going to
so
get?
I'm going to get
Do you know what I'm gonna get? Because I'm super excited about it.
I'm gonna get my. I'll show you what I'm gonna get.
Are you gonna get the Hugan Moonin thing?
I'm gonna get that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
I will.
Where at? Like here?
Yep. Let's see here. I'll show you guys what we're talking about. It's a meaningful spiritual symbol.
Well, Christy, if you really wanted to, you could just come with us to the tattoo party instead of going to the hotel.
Let's see here. Let me figure out how to.
Yeah, the individuals that are doing the tattoos, everything I've seen from them are incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
I've seen their work. I've never met them, but I've seen their work, and their work is incredible.
Well, Christy, when you see Lena, you give her a big hug for us.
Keep talking. I'm trying to.
Now I got balls in my mouth. I can't.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, guys.
Oh. You know what? Never mind on that. What
I'm gonna
gonna
get the
do
I'm gonna get the death moth. That's what I'm getting.
the death mark.
Moth.
Death moth.
Hawk said death moth. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
That's cool.
What's
All right,
cool?
let's see if I can find this real quick.
Oh, what I'm getting?
Huh?
I want to get school.
Well, I'll show them that too, but I'm looking for the image on mine right now. Keep talking. Keep talking. Dead air.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not very good personality tonight.
Oh, you're fine. I think we're all. There's the one I want. Okay. I'm getting there. Excuse me.
Oh man, Ben, that is yeah. It's kind of like when something hits you and you're like, "Yep, I want that tattoo." I really want you to just keep thinking about it, keep thinking about it until you finally do it. Carl, you aren't joking. It is not Friday. I wish it was.
Okay, there's that. This is the one that I'm getting. You know, of course, it'll be different. It's probably going to be all black. But there we go. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to get that on my left deltoid. Now let me see if I can find what Stephanie is getting. And go here.
I don't have a particular one picked out yet. I just know what it is I'm gonna get.
Actually, what I want to do is this here. There we go.
What do they see right now? Us or
They
that
see
image?
the see
The image?
the image.
Oh, Ben, that's a cool idea.
That's not what I wanted to do. What?
It's really not a glamorous frozen screen over here to the left of me.
It's paused.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This whole time I thought it was frozen like that, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so bad.
Okay, so I'm going to go over here, and there we go. go.
But it'll be like I'll do black and white. I'm not
There's
gonna
a
get...
Death's Head Hawk Moth, the Silence of the Lamb bug.
Yep. Yeah. But I'm gonna get like an artistic interpretation of it, not
Right.
the actual like anatomical rendition of. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're doing that weekend.
I don't know where though. Like I don't know where I'm gonna get it. I don't know yet.
Steph is getting a butt on her butt.
What? I'm so confused. Carl, I'm sorry, man. I am not even following along with that tonight. I'm getting a butt on my butt. I don't have much of a butt back there to begin with.
What did I miss here?
I don't know.
Investigation, a good investigation. And me too. I'm working on it. We have ink ready, paid for. Just got to get chair time, and so I will give hugs.
To Lena.
Like Hillside Baptist Church, Insane Asylum. That would be cool. I want my tattoos, but don't have any great ideas yet. Jeremiah gave me an idea I did like, though. It is the drinking horns of Odin. I like what it symbolizes. Yep, that's very cool. That's one of my favorite.
Oh, a butt on my butt. Bye, Aaron. Have a good night. I'll talk to you after a while.
He meant a tat.
A tat on my
A
ass.
tat on your butt.
A tat on my ass. No, I don't want one on my butt. No, I do not want a tattoo on my rear.
I think if I had my way, I would probably go, when I was ready to go into a nursing home, I'd probably be like one of those guys that is covered, from like chin to.
Would you get neck tattoos?
Huh?
Would you get neck tattoos?
I would.
Oh, I think that would be so. Kenna, I'm glad you're still alive, and I hope everything is.
It's been eventful in your neck of the woods. It sounds like.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I would get neck tattoos. I would get head tattoos.
Really?
Yes.
Dang, I don't think
The only thing I wouldn't get tattooed is my face.
I would not get anything on my neck or.
And I don't think I could do the armpits or my crotch.
Yeah, no.
I just don't think I could.
No.
This one was
Spicy.
bad enough when it was over here close to my armpit. Oh, I bet it was.
Oh my gosh. I just think, I don't have anything against neck tattoos. I just personally, I don't think I could take it. I don't think I could take it. I know that this one here, I don't know if I can't imagine the sensation on this part of the skin right here would be similar to this. I think this would be agonizing. I think anything on the neck or ears or fingers would be, or ankles. I think your ankle or the top of the foot would be awful too.
I can't imagine the ankle and being top of the foot being terrible.
Really?
But I have weird feet though. So. Oh man. But yes, Ben and Claire, I am working on investigations. I've got a few kind of in the works. It may be a little while on them because people are still a little. Actually, Kenna, it's not terrible.
It depends. But when these people are super old and you have to ask what the tattoo is for, they don't give a shit if you know what it is or not.
Right.
They don't care.
But I have some in the works that I am working on. Some people are still a little bit, paranoid, a little bit gun shy over COVID.
Although I will say about speaking of like getting old and having tattoos and what they look like, I would say the majority of tattoos I've seen.
We're bouncing back and forth between subjects.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I would say that the majority of the tattoos I've seen are on. They're all, well, not all, but I would say 90% men and 90% naked women. Most tattoos that I've seen on an old person, typically it's a male, and typically it's a Navy tattoo, or like a military.
Classic Americana Navy thing.
And most of the time it's of a naked lady, like with her arms up.
Pinup girls turn into Pins ads.
But yeah. And for the most part, you can still tell it was a naked lady, or it's a naked
Right.
lady.
Yeah.
I mean, but some of them, it's, oh, what is that? Oh, okay, I see it now. Even if you can't see it. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
But yes, as far as investigations go, I do have some that I'm working on. They will come about. It just may take a little time on some of them, but and there'll all be opportunities for live investigations, which is cool and exciting. So we've got that coming up, and some other cool stuff. We've just got a lot on our plate right now, so that we're all having to get all done all at the same time. So it's slowing down progress on everything, but we are working on it. And some of the investigations will be. I don't know that we're not going to do anything, that like fully open to the public where they can buy tickets and stuff. But they'll be open to guests, friends and guests to come along.
Ooh, now I'm intrigued because I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I know what you're talking about. I don't know specifically location of where you're talking about.
No, because they're surprises for you.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. I'm going to break you in good.
Oh. Now I'm like curiosity here.
The places, they're going to break you in
Did
good.
you take the tattoos off of the screen yet?
Yes.
Oh, they see us now?
Yes, they see us now.
Okay. Well, Jeremiah, it is after 8. And I hate to say it, but we have to get off of here tonight.
Oh, I suppose.
Okay, so I'll be real with you guys. It's because, part of our kids are on spring break right now, and they always have to babysit their little sister when we do this podcast. And since they're on spring break, I promised them that we would end the podcast around 8 o'clock tonight so they could actually have some fun and not be stuck babysitting on spring break any more than they already are.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll be a nice mommy. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll do this again next Monday.
I'm fine just being an asshole, but...
Oh, whatever. I level you
All
out.
right.
I level you out. What can I say?
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get off of here. But
You guys have a great night. Next Monday, I'll be in a better mood for this. Right? I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just stuff after stuff after stuff, and it just starts to compound, And then you just get like...
just shake it off.
Well,
Water off a duck's back.
I wish it was that easy, and it's not. So...
It should
Hey,
be.
and
You're
by
the
the way-
Sagittarius. Why is it not?
Because believe it or not, there's certain things for Sagittarius that is hard for you to just let stuff go. But anyways, believe it or not, people, today I read that it's William Shatner's 90th birthday.
Really?
Captain Kirk is 90 years old today. I wonder if that's why he stopped doing the Travelocity commercials.
Wow.
Maybe he got to where he couldn't do it anymore, so...
All right, guys, we're going to jump off of here. We will be making announcements as they're available to make. And, yeah.
Do you think we're about through this pandemic? You think it's about over?
No. But I have other reasons for thinking that. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. But that's just me, my opinion. I have other reasons for thinking about it, and I'm more than a little biased on it. So I'm going to say that, leave it at that.
So
Take what you want from it.
Okay. Duly noted.
And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So,
Well, you guys have a great night, and we love you all. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us talk, and dead air and talk.
and I promise we will be getting guests back on here in the very near future.
Cool.
So yes,
Be safe out there.
yes, yeah. Just keep an eye out for updates, and in the meantime, we'll be back next week, and so look forward to that. We're looking forward to it, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay spooky, and keep shaking hands with the shadows. We'll talk to y'all later.